Alright, so we just got even more information about the next update in Blue Lock Rivals, and today I'm diving into all the latest details. In my last video, I covered the whole MacNagi situation, but today we're expanding on that and looking into some pretty major things coming up, including Barou's rework continuation, the possible event with the MacNagi skin, and most importantly, the expected REO rework, which is going to be next week. Let's start with Barou. It's now confirmed that in this upcoming update, we're getting the second part of Barou's rework. All of his awakening moves will be fully animated this time, and from the teaser we saw, it looks like the line animation has been drastically improved. I'll even show you guys a comparison to the original anime scene. It's looking super faithful and detailed. Personally, I'm loving it. Now about MacNagi, there's more info on that too. It's not just a skin, it's part of a full event. Apparently, there'll be 3 teams: the Burger Team, the Fries Team, and the Nuggets Team. It sounds like it might function similarly to the Goal Rush event if you remember that one. So yeah, it's not just cosmetics, it's going to be interactive and competitive. I'm already picturing some chaos, and I love it. Now onto what everyone's been asking about Reo. So, according to one of the question helpers, the Reo rework is dropping right after King Update Part 2. That means we're just a few days away from King Update Part 2, maybe even 2 or 3 days away, depending on when you're watching this. And here's the interesting part. This rework isn't just a balance patch. It's expected to be a full overhaul, but don't expect 2 separate styles like U20 Reo and NEL Reo. I just don't see them splitting it that way because it would be redundant. Logically, both versions would share the same moves: Copy, Chameleon, etc. Making 2 nearly identical styles doesn't make sense. Instead, I think we'll get a single updated Reo, probably renamed NEL Reo, and that's it. As for Nagi, I think he's coming after Reo. That's just my prediction, but considering how they've been structuring these reworks, it makes sense. And since we're getting the MacNagi skin soon, it would be perfect timing to also release a chemical reaction between Reo and Nagi. It's one of the most iconic duos in the series, so I'm betting they're planning something big there. Now let's move into concept territory. I saw a Reo rework concept on the suggestions tab that I think makes perfect sense. So here's how it goes: passive, striker, and defender mode. So here's the thing with Reo's passive. It's actually super dynamic depending on which side of the field he's on. When he steps into the enemy half, he flips into striker mode, and that comes with a hefty plus 50% shot buff and a solid plus 10% speed boost. Basically, he's primed to score and move fast, but the moment he crosses back into his own side of the field, boom, defender mode activates. He now gets a plus 20% buff to tackle range and speed, which makes intercepting passes or closing gaps easier. His pass speed also goes up by 5%, and here's the kicker: he has a 15% chance to pull off a header that can bypass iframe shots. That makes him super useful in clearing danger or turning defense into offense. But, and it's a big but, if you just sit in the penalty box too long trying to farm that header chance, it punishes you. Stay in there for 10 seconds or more, and that 15% chance tanks all the way down to 0.5%. So yeah, no camping allowed. This whole setup encourages you to actually play the full field instead of just hanging out in the danger zone. First move: copy. So yeah, classic Reo move here. You'll be able to copy any style in the game just like before, but now it looks way cooler. Once he activates it, there's this slick purple grid aura that surrounds him. It gives off that whole "I'm not just copying, I'm making it mine." It's a nice little detail that makes it feel more like Reo, you know? Second move: Neo Chameleon. Alright, so this one is where things get interesting. In striker mode, Neo Chameleon transforms into a gyro shot. You don't aim it manually, it's got that smart auto aim and curves. It's slick, fast, and just feels right for Reo's flashy playstyle. Now if you're in defense mode, Neo Chameleon becomes a wraparound move. When timed right, it leads into a 1-2 play with a random teammate. Super useful for quick counterattacks or just pulling off unexpected combos. But here's where it gets really fun. If your teammate ends up being Nagi and he uses Trap during that final pass, it activates the iconic 5-shot revolver. And it's not just the move, it comes with this crazy clean navy blue flame aura. The whole sequence looks amazing and gives major chemistry energy between these two. Off-the-ball variant. When Reo's off the ball, he doesn't just sit back, he still plays a major role. If an opponent is dribbling nearby, you can trigger Neo Chameleon to force a mistimed shot, which your goalie catches with ease. It's perfect for shutting down dangerous plays and adds a sneaky edge to his defensive capabilities. Now, if the ball is up in the air on your half of the field, it activates a move inspired by Aiku's Serpent Blockade. This lets Reo redirect the ball safely to a teammate instead of letting it bounce around dangerously. Awakening, Master of All. In Awakening mode, Reo starts to really shine. His look changes with a textured, semi-transparent chameleon-like effect, just like you've seen in the anime. And instead of just mimicking other Awakenings, he brings his own flair. Every move he copies is highlighted with a signature purple energy trail. It doesn't just look cool, it feels like Reo is evolving in real time. Flow Rework. Reo's been upgraded big time, from legendary to mythic or even world-class status. His flow ability got a serious boost. Chameleon now cuts cooldowns by 35%, which is already a huge deal. But on top of that, it slightly boosts almost everything else. Shot speed, shot power, sprinting, sliding distance and speed, jump height, and even his headers. It's like a low-key all-stats buff that turns him into a high-skills ceiling, high-reward kind of player. Put simply, this isn't just a tweak, it's a transformation that could bring Reo back into the top-tier meta. And of course, since they're reworking Reo, they have to make it so that REO can copy world-class styles, because he literally does that in the manga. That's one of the most upvoted concepts in the Suggestions tab, and you can see how much support it has. It's pretty self-explanatory. Reo has been seen copying characters like Sae and even Neil Isagi with limitations. Maybe he can only copy WC moves in his ult, or maybe all the time. But either way, he should be able to. The current meta is all about WC and Enniel Bachira, with Rin and Shidu slowly falling off. So it wouldn't be broken if Reo could copy WC with his own twist. He still wouldn't have off-ball moves or double variants. It's fair, and it gives Reo a fighting chance in the current environment. And of course, a Nel Reo and Enniel Nagi chemical reaction just makes sense. These two need that comeback energy. Reo has basically been untouched since his release, so let's give him the love he deserves after losing Nagi. His awakening animation should get reworked too, maybe with his avatar half covered in a checkered purple effect. A new move, Chameleon Shot, would be a powerful, long-range shot that's aimable. And he should be able to copy WC styles to stay manga accurate. Oh, and let's talk about cosmetics. With the rework, we'll likely get Reo-themed cosmetics. Maybe even an emote where he mimics other characters' animations. Wouldn't be needed, but would definitely be fun, and very Reo. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys want from Reo's rework. What abilities, what animations, what vibe you're hoping for. I'm seriously curious. Outro. So that's pretty much everything we know and everything we're hoping for when it comes to Reo's upcoming rework. The signs are clear. It's finally time for Reo to get the spotlight again. The idea of tying in all these mechanics like dual modes, chemical reactions, WC copying, and a full flow upgrade is honestly the most exciting part of this next phase of BLR. And think about it, if they really pull it off, we could be looking at one of the most fun and flexible styles in the whole game. He'd be strong without being broken, stylish without being overdone, and just genuinely fun to play again. That's the dream, right? Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next one.